Once upon a time, in a grand royal court, there was a brilliant minister known for his wisdom. He was the king's most trusted advisor, so much so that no major decision was made without his counsel. His intelligence and sharp thinking made him indispensable to the kingdom. But naturally, this drew jealousy from others in the court. Many envied his position and secretly hoped to see him embarrassed. One day, the king spoke to the minister in front of everyone. He said, "You are indeed very clever, but your son, he seems to lack all sense. He's foolish." The minister was taken aback and asked, "Your Majesty, why would you say that? What has he done to appear foolish?" The king replied, "Every morning, when I go out to meet the people, I see your son there. I ask him the same question daily, which is more valuable, gold or silver? And every time he answers, silver." The entire court erupted in laughter, mocking the boy's answer. The minister, feeling embarrassed and confused, did not respond. Instead, he quietly returned home, determined to get to the bottom of this. That evening, he sat down with his son and asked, "Tell me truly, my son, which is more valuable, gold or silver?" Without hesitation, the boy answered, "Gold, of course." The minister looked at his son, puzzled. Why, then, was he giving the wrong answer to the king? Hearing his son's confident answer, the minister was puzzled. He leaned in and asked, "If you know that gold is more valuable, why do you tell the king every morning that silver is worth more?" The boy smiled and replied, "Father, every morning the king walks through the market where I stand. He calls me over, places 2 coins in front of me, 1 gold, 1 silver, and says, 'Take the more valuable one.' I always pick the silver coin." The minister looked confused. "But why would you take the silver coin when you know gold is worth more?" His son calmly answered, "Because if I ever choose the gold coin, the king will stop asking me the question, and I'll stop receiving coins." Then the boy stood up, walked to a corner of his room, and opened a wooden box. Inside it were dozens of silver coins neatly stacked. "These are the coins I've collected," he said. "Every time I pick the silver coin and say it's more valuable, the king laughs and I get to keep the silver. If I ever take the gold coin, the fun ends, and so does the silver." The minister stood silently, then slowly smiled. What had seemed foolish to everyone was, in fact, cleverness disguised in simplicity. His son understood how to play the long game, quietly, wisely, and without showing off. From that day forward, whenever someone mocked his son for being foolish, the minister no longer felt hurt. He simply smiled, knowing that true wisdom often wears the mask of foolishness. From that day on, the minister was no longer bothered when people called his son foolish. Whenever someone mocked him, he would simply smile and walk away, because now he knew the truth. Real wisdom doesn't need to shout. The boy's story became a symbol of quiet success. He didn't care about impressing others or correcting anyone's opinion of him. He knew what he was doing, and he stayed focused on his quiet goal, collecting a silver coin each day. No applause, no praise, just consistent, simple results. In life, some people achieve great things, but never talk about them. They don't post about it, they don't brag, and they don't seek attention. They let their actions speak for themselves. Meanwhile, others do just a little and make a big show of it, needing others to notice and validate them. This story teaches us a powerful lesson. If you know you're doing the right thing, it doesn't matter if the world calls you foolish or strange. Often, the world labels what it doesn't understand as crazy. But quiet success is still success. You don't have to explain yourself to everyone. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. So stay patient. Stay focused. Keep doing what you know is right, even if no one is watching, even if they laugh, even if they don't understand. Because in the end, success isn't always loud. Sometimes the wisest people are the quietest. And sometimes the most valuable coin is the one taken in silence. And you know what? This isn't just a story about a boy and a box of silver coins. It's a story about humility, hidden wisdom, and the quiet art of success. In life, there will always be people who do very little but make a lot of noise. They need others to notice, to clap, to validate them. And then there are those who achieve great things in silence. They don't need a spotlight. They don't chase applause, because they understand that real success isn't found in recognition, but in consistency, patience, and doing what's right. If you're working hard every day, quietly doing the right thing, even if no one sees it, even if no one understands, don't give up. Don't be discouraged by the laughter or judgment of others. Sometimes what looks foolish to the world is actually deep wisdom in disguise. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to explain your path. Time reveals the truth. Keep walking your journey with purpose, with faith, and with quiet strength. Because true success doesn't always make noise. It doesn't always look glamorous. Sometimes it's as simple as choosing the silver coin again and again, with a smile, knowing exactly why you're doing it. And if this story meant something to you, don't hesitate to share it. Maybe, just maybe, it will light a spark in someone who needed it today. Be patient, be grateful, and keep moving forward. So, my friend, if this story touched your heart, maybe it's because you're on a quiet journey too. Working hard, doing the right thing, but not always being seen or understood. That's okay. Not everything valuable needs to shine loudly. Some of the most beautiful things in life grow in silence, like roots beneath the soil or stars behind the clouds. Just because the world doesn't notice your effort today doesn't mean it's not meaningful. Stay true to yourself. Keep choosing the silver coin if that's what your path needs right now. Remember, the world often misunderstands what it can't explain. Many of the greatest thinkers, creators, and changemakers were once called foolish or strange until time proved them right. So instead of trying to prove anything, just live with intention. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your results speak for themselves. And above all, let your peace be your power. This story reminds us that wisdom isn't always loud, that you don't need applause to matter, and that sometimes doing the same quiet thing every day, with purpose, can lead to something greater than anyone else can see. If you found value in this message, share it with someone who might need a reminder to keep going, because even one quiet story can make a big difference in someone's life. I'll see you again soon with another story. Until then, be patient, be grateful, and keep moving forward.